Well, hello and welcome to episode 56 of West Coast Gold Prospecting. My name is Damon and welcome to my channel. I hope to earn your subscription today. So today we're back in the same spot I was in last week, where I left off. Whew, I'm out of breath. Yeah, where I left off, where I got that 50 or 60 spec pan, and I figured I'd get the sluice box set up and run as much material as I can. So that's what I'm doing. I've already ran one bucket and there's really good gold showing up already. So it's gonna be a good day. So let me turn you around and show you what we're working and what we're doing. All right, so I'm working like an inside bend right here. A little bit of an inside bend. A lot of really big boulders here. There's Matt. Let me show you what we're doing here. So we got the sluice box set up pretty good, and already got one bucket ran, and it's looking pretty good already. Yeah, that's after one bucket. Definitely gonna be a good day. Yeah. Alright, so I'm going to feed this next bucket and I'll show you what it looks like afterwards. Alright, so we're 2.5 buckets in, and I'll let the sluice box clear out a little bit so you can see a little bit better. We got some good gold showing up. Kind of hard to see with the rapids, but I got a really nice piece down here. It's kind of covered up by the miner's moth, but yeah, we got gold showing up for sure. Yeah. Right, alright. So I just wandered up creek a little bit. I've got some really good spots up there I want to check out. I'll probably run a couple more buckets and then take a pan up there and do some test pans. And so I'll show you what's up here in a minute. All right, so I took a quick break from feeding the sluice to use my crevice pump on this hole. The bedrock kind of dives down into a little pit right there, so I figured I'd use my crevice pump and suck it up. And I did one pan, and this is what I got out of it. Probably around 15 pieces or so. Not too bad. Not too bad. So, anyhow, I think I'm going to continue on and start. Let me back up here, show you what I'm working. So we're working a bedrock ledge, and it kind of comes down like this. And I'm just what I'm going to do is start knocking this material down and just classify it and feed it through the sluice. Matt's taking off right now to go sniping. He brought his wetsuit and he's gonna go try to get in the water. Good luck, buddy. So anyhow, I'll show you what the sluice box looks like here in a minute. Alright, so I've wandered upstream around this inside bend along these boulders, and man, I just had to stop and show you how beautiful it is here. It's just gorgeous. Man, I wish I could take my kids down here. It's just beautiful. Oh, I love being out here. I had to take a minute and show you that. Like I said, I wandered up creek around this inside bend. Oh, let me back normal there. Here we go. And come across some just really beautiful bedrock. As you can see, I'm actually getting ready to go back and test that spot right in here. Found good gold on similar spots. So anyhow, I did a pan from right behind this chunk of bedrock here, and I'm kind of on a straight bend. So I figured it might be a good spot right before the inside curve. Anyhow, I'll show you. Well, I got a few specs in this last one. Yeah, a few little micros. But anyhow, you can't even see them. Hey, you can. But anyhow, I'm gonna wander around a little bit more. Gonna go up around this bend, see what I can find. I'll show you what I get. Okay, so I went and did a test pan from right on this little shelf here. Right, somewhere right about there. Anyhow, here's what come out of it. And I do believe, yeah, probably about 10 colors. I'm gonna go back to where I started and keep on feeding that sluice box. So, see you over there. All right, so we're back at the sluice box, and I've got an idea. I'm just I was working this bench, Matt was working over here, I've been working over here, and feeding that through the sluice box. What I think I'm gonna do is just scratch the surface of this wall here, kind of work my way up. I'm standing on bedrock now, and it's got a bunch of little depressions and these really fine roots going all through it right along the bedrock. So I think I'm going to dig into that stuff, start classifying it into my bucket, 1/4 inch, and feeding it from there. But I'll do a couple test pans right now and show you what those look like before I start digging too heavy. And you guys got to see this. I was just taking my view tube, really big underwater scope that you can get from Armadillo Mining, Grants Pass, armadillomining.com. But anyhow, it covered up, but I got to show you this. I was fanning the bedrock here, and a big flake of gold showed up. I might be able to get you a shot of it, but I got to clear more gravel, so I'll be right back. All right, so I tried to uncover that flake of gold on the bedrock there, and I moved some bigger rocks up above it, and the current took it away. But anyhow, I did a test pan, moved my way along this bench, and looking forward to getting into this area here, down with those root systems, and yeah, it's gonna be fun. So anyhow, I just did a test pan from there, and looks like we got probably 20 pieces or so, somewhere in there. Not bad. Anyhow, I'm going to get right back to it. I'm going to go ahead and start classifying material and feeding the sluice box, and I'll show you that here in a second. All right, so before I start feeding it, I figured I'd show you what it looks like. Quite a bit of gold in there. Not too bad at all. Yeah, like that. All right, well, I'm gonna feed this. Got another half bucket. I don't know if this is 3.5 or 4, but anyhow, I'm gonna feed that real quick, and I'll update you here in a minute. Okay, so I fed that bucket, and now I moved up about 10 feet. Still right on bedrock, but I'm right behind a big, massive boulder, and these are where these roots are. So I'm going to dig through there. I'll do a test pan real quick, show you what that looks like, and then probably fill a bucket or two. All right, I figured I'd show you the box before I fill it with black sand. Actually looking pretty darn good. I like it. All right, so I got another half bucket. I'll show you what it looks like before I start feeding it again. All right, let's take a look at the box before I start feeding it again. Looking pretty darn good. Looking good. And I got a big piece that's hiding over here under the miner's moss, and a bunch more in here. And I did see one bigger flake roll up over the riffle, so I know there's more gold in the miner's moss. All right, I'm gonna feed this next half bucket and I'll show you what it looks like. All right, so I spent the last 15 minutes using my hand dredge right along some bedrock in here, right around this big boulder. And that's all I got. It's like not even a tenth of a bucket maybe. So I figured I'd show you the sluice box, show you what kind of gold's popping up. Looking a little bit better every time. Yeah, I like it. All right, well, I'm gonna feed this material here and get back at it. All right, another half bucket dug up, and figured I'd show you the gold before I start feeding it. Looking good. Yeah, I like it. All right, it's already 3 o'clock and I'm already hurting. So I'll probably get towards the end of my day, but I'm gonna feed this and keep trucking until I can't anymore. All right, got another half bucket and figured I'd show you the gold before I start feeding it again. Look at that. Woo! Man. Over there. There's gold in here too. Hard to see. Yeah. Right. We'll start feeding this and I'll show you in a minute. All right, so I just did a test pan from right there on top, kind of moved a couple big boulders and just panned it out. That's what we're looking at. There's like 5 or 6 pieces. One that's really, it's got some size to it. It wants to roll around. Yeah, not bad. So I think I might fill up a bucket there and run it through the sluice box. Yeah. All right, so I was working this area, and I think I ran a bucket and a half from here through the box. See what it looks like again. Yeah. I like it. That bigger piece just showed up too. Yeah. Right. Well, I think I'm going to do a clean out. Start panning out my cons, and I'll show you what that looks like here in a minute. All right, so here's everything we got from the sluice box. Probably between 2.5 and 3 cups of material. It's a 5-gallon bucket. Anyhow, I'm gonna get this in the pan. I'll pan it out and I'll show you what she looks like. All right, so after 20-25 minutes of panning, finally got down to the gold pretty much. And it's actually not too bad for today. I'm pretty much done. I'm just gonna snuffer this up, and I might get to show you what Matt's got, but I might not, because I'm gonna pack up and head down his way. He went down sniping, so might just see you back at the house. All right, so we're back at the car, and here's Matt's take for the day. He did pretty dang good for what we had to work with.
And for sniping for 4 hours with
Yeah,
not getting a speck.
He was sniping for 4 hours, so yep, he did really well. So I'm gonna show you what I got here in a second. All right, so here we are. It's the next day. And before we get on to the gold weigh-in, I just wanted to thank the channel members, Otis Ferris, Daniel, and Jeremy Lankins. And a big thank you to the patrons, Darren Salmon, Clint Turner, Jeremy Lankins, Brian Carlson, and Matt Erbach. You guys all rock. So here's the gold from yesterday's little adventure. Got one picker in there. This one on the bottom left there, and a bunch of super fines. So I can't help but to think that, you know, I probably got 0.2 maybe 0.25. We will find out right now. Come on, quit teetering. All right. So here we go. All right. Just over 1/4 gram at 0.290. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. I'd take that any day. All right, well, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I hope to have earned your subscription. And until next time, we'll see you then.